Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my top favorite most used products of 2018. These are products that really stood out to me that I used a ton. These are ones that I could recommend to everyone and hands down, you got an A+ from me. So I know when I go back and edit this video, I'm going to be like, oh crap, you forgot this, or you should have talked about this or whatever, but that's okay. You guys already probably know what my favorites are, but it's kind of fun to have it all in one video. So I hope you like this video. If you want to see more like this from me, let me know. I do monthly favorites once a month, so I just feel like it's been forever since you've heard from me just because I didn't do a December favorites, but whatever. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and let's get started. So I'm just gonna go in order. I'm gonna start with makeup and end with skincare. So that's a little out of order, but whatever. So starting with the face, we're gonna start with primer. And I have dog hair all over me. Just ignore it. I don't even feel like trying to lint roll myself because it's gonna take forever. I have two here that I used a ton. Just so you know, I have pretty normal to oily skin. So a lot of what I recommend might not work for you if you have like more dry skin, but just keep that in mind. So these two are what stood out to me. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Light and the Hourglass Veil Primer. I love them because they help control my oil. They help with the longevity of my foundation. I have tried so many different primers and some other ones work fine, but these are the two that I can for sure rely on. I love them so much. This Veil one will kind of give you a white cast, especially if you have a deeper complexion. It's gonna almost make you look a little purple and weird at first, but don't worry, when you put your foundation on and once it absorbs into the skin, it will go away, but just don't be alarmed if you try that and you're like, what the heck is going on? That's all it is, but I love them both. Highly recommend them. Moving on to foundation. I have a lot of foundation. I was like trying to only pick like two or no more than three of everything, but I have so many foundations just because I don't know, I just do. And you know what? I use all of these like religiously. It's not like, oh, I use this here and there. No, these are the ones that I really do alternate. So yeah, I'm excited to share these. I don't care that it's a lot. So the first one is the Dior Forever foundation. I love this because it really does give me that like semi-matte finish. And I think that's my personal favorite finish. I always try so many different ones, but if something's too flat, I don't like it. If it's too dewy, I don't like it. That somewhere in between middle ground is just like my favorite finish. And this is one that gives me that. It kind of just like beautifies and like just makes your skin look fake, which I'm into. It is a medium coverage. You can build it to full. You can sheer it out with the moisturizer. It's really beautiful and I feel like it lasts a long time on my skin. The other one that I really love is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have loved this foundation for a few years. The first time I got this was at Gen Beauty. I think it was like 2015. And this is beautiful. It gives a little bit more of a dewy finish than the Dior foundation, but these two mixed together, whoo, I think I tried that like a year ago, maybe a little longer, but that is like my favorite foundation combo ever. It's so beautiful. It kind of just looks like your skin, but like a perfect version of your skin. It's gorgeous. I'm in the shade 15 in the Dior and I'm in the shade Porcelain in the Too Faced Born This Way. I know in the summer when I get really tan, I'm nude in this. I don't know what I am in the summer, but just in case you're curious. The next liquid foundation that I'm obsessed with is the Matte and Poreless from Maybelline. I'm in the shade 112. All right, I got a new camera and it's like trying to test me. Come on, get with the program. I use this a ton. I love this. It kind of gives that semi-matte, stop it! It gives that semi-matte finish, which is what I'm looking for. And I think it gives pretty much like a, I'd say like a medium to full coverage. And I feel like that's kind of how it is for all three of these. They're all a medium to full coverage, which I'm finding out is what I like. I guess I didn't really realize that until I'm like doing this video. I'm like, oh, all of these have a semi-matte finish and they're medium to full coverage. And apparently that's what I like. So yeah, love all of those. They all look really great. And then the last foundation, which I really need to clean, this is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. I love this. This is really great to even set your face. I use it on its own as well. It's just one of my favorite foundations. I like that it feels very lightweight on my skin. It helps with the oil control. It has cleaner ingredients, which I like. So this is something that I wore a ton throughout 2018. I'll continue to wear it in 2019. Sometimes I'll layer this on top of my other foundations or just wear it on its own. I I really like this. Okay, for concealer, I have one that I've actually been using a lot recently, but I didn't want to include it because I didn't use it like throughout the last year. But the one that everyone used in 2018 was the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is gorgeous on its own, but also mixed in with a moisturizer or an eye cream. That's like my preferred way of using it. And I haven't used it that way in a while, but it almost like, it dries down matte and gives you that full coverage, but the creaminess almost just makes it look a little bit more like skin, because this can tend to look really flat, which a lot of times I'm in the mood for. But if you mix it with the eye cream, it just looks like your skin, but just like perfect skin. So love this. This is gonna be in everyone's favorites video. I already know it. Next, I have to talk about this powder because I feel like everyone raves about this powder and I hated it for so long. And then I started to use it just to set my face instead of like baking. And I've loved it ever since. So this is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I love this powder. It helps with my oil control. It helps to set everything and make it feel more of like a, just like a, not a drier finish because that sounds bad, but just like, because I'm oily, I don't want to feel like sticky wet from my products. You know what I mean? So it kind of just softens it, makes it feel like just really soft on my face. It also helps so that my products kind of like mend together really nicely and everything just glides right on top of it really nicely. So I really do love this. This is in the translucent shade. They also have one now if you have more dry skin and this is like too dry for you. They have one that has like more of a glow, and my niece uses that one and her face looks amazing when she uses it. I do not use this under my eyes though because I feel like it's a little bit too heavy. I'll use it to like dust away products, but I don't use it to like set my under eyes. So, but I really do love this. This is really great for my oil. And I feel like from switching up my skincare and switching up the way I do my makeup, I feel like my oil is more under control and I feel like my makeup lasts longer. So I feel like this is a big part of it. Had to include it. One more set of powders is the Makeup Forever like little trio thing that I have here. This I put together. You can get it at Sephora and you can put whatever you want in here, but I have H104 and then I don't know what color this is. I honestly don't like this. And then this is S116 for the contour. I'd say these two are like the most used. I love them so much. The H104 is what I use to, oh, that's dirty. That's what I use to set my under eyes, and it's such a great color. And then that's such a great color for contouring. So I've been using the crap out of this. I had to talk about that because like we're talking about setting powders and whatnot, but love this. This is what I use when I travel because it's so tiny. I can just, you know, and when my mirror is actually clean, I can use it to do my makeup. So yeah. Another contouring palette that I love, that I don't travel with this just because it's so huge, but I really love this for the variety. So this is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, and I pretty much use all of the shades except the darkest one here. I don't use this shade ever because it's too dark for me, but the rest of them I can use. I love mixing them all together. These two light shades are great. The enhanced yellow one is perfect for setting my under eyes. I love the mirror in here. This is just a really great palette. You don't have to be a makeup artist to have anything like this. The way that I use it is I just mix them together and put it on my face, and I'm pretty fair, so just can't go too crazy, even though I go a little heavy-handed with my stuff sometimes, but I really love this. I love the formula. I think it looks great. These two are by far my favorite under eye setting powders and contouring products. I'm pretty sure you guys can already guess what bronzers I love. There are two here, and I bet you guys can guess them. The first one is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in the shade medium. I'm obsessed. This gives more of that like reddish, like sunburn type look, which I'm all about. Like that just makes it look like you've actually been out in the sun. And then the other one gives a very similar color, but it gives more of a sheen to the face. But don't be afraid if you're oily. Like it's a beautiful sheen. It's not like shiny reflective. It's just like, oh, it's hard to explain. You just have to try it on. But this is the Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light. It is so pretty. It gives that reddish look. It's kind of hard to tell because of like the swirlies in here, but these two bronzers like by far are my favorite bronzers of all time. I love them so much and I use the crap out of them. I kind of like go back and forth where like I'll go through phases of like only using the Hourglass, and right now I'm in a phase of just using the Estee Lauder, but like anytime I use another bronzer, I'm like, oh, I wish that I used one of those because of the color they give. So if you have any other like red toned bronzers, especially red toned bronzers from the drugstore, please let me know. I tried the Milani bronzers that are supposed to be just like these Hourglass ones, and I I feel like the formula would have been good, but the colors were super weird for me. So I just love that like deep red rich bronzer. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Okay, we can move on to highlighter. I have 3 here that I used the crap out of last year. The first one is actually technically 2. It's the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighters. I love these so much. They're such amazing quality. This one that I have here is the Nikki Tutorials one that they came out with, but I also love the, I think it's called Molten Gold. I'd show you, but it cracked. I dropped it on the floor and it shattered. So I need to order a new one because that's one of my favorites, especially on the body. Like if you're wearing a tank top in the summer and you need that like shoulder glow, it's beautiful. And that one mixed with this one, it's like, it's so pretty. It's so freaking pretty. So I'm obsessed with this. But I do think that my favorite highlighter of all time, not even just for the year, but of all time, is this one that comes in this Film Star Bronze and Glow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It's not berry, it's Burry. Anyways, the contour in here is also pretty, but the highlighter is like what stands out to me. It's one of those highlighters that you can build up and make it super beaming, but also it can go on really natural. This I know for sure is probably what I'm going to be wearing on my wedding day. It's just kind of that natural glow, but yet stands out. I don't know how to explain it. You need to try it on. It's gorgeous. I know that they have this in I think 2 different shades. I love this so much. It's so pretty. And then the other highlighter that I discovered in 2018 that I really love, it's kind of like the Nikki Tutorials one from Maybelline, but it's a little bit different. I don't know how to even explain it. I feel like the texture of this I prefer, but the color is very, very similar. And this is the MAC Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish. I got this I think like 2 months ago-ish, and I used it non-stop. So I really love this. I know they have quite a few shades in this. If this is too light, this is more of that like icy pearly white, which I like because I am more fair. Moving on to blushes, I have a few here. Over all of the blushes, I have to say these 2 are my absolute favorites. These are the Essence Satin Touch blushes. Essence, if you ever come across this video, please come out with more colors of these because this is my favorite formula ever. It looks so freaking good on the face. It's kind of like a velvet finish. I don't even know, they're not shiny, but they're not matte. They're just, they look creamy, but like not reflective. Like I love them. So they only have these 2 shades. We have Satin Love, which is more of kind of like a beige rose, and then we have Satin Coral, which is like that perfect peachy color. So this is what they look like. I'm obsessed with these. This is what I take when I travel. I feel like they both look good with like every makeup look. I also like the packaging. I know it's like super simple and basic, but it's super easy to open. They're super easy to store. I just need 500 more shades. Thank you. Another standout blush. Oh crap, I grabbed the wrong one. Well, whatever. These are the Becca blushes. I only just grabbed one. I thought I grabbed like the natural one, but I grabbed the most obnoxious one. Didn't mean to do that because I don't use this one specifically that much. But the Becca blushes are one of my favorite formulas of blushes. They are very velvety smooth. The pigmentation on these is what really stands out. They are probably the most pigmented blushes I've ever tried. So if you're gonna use it, you need to just do a little dab and then tap off the excess and then apply it on your cheek, because otherwise you're gonna have like hot pink cheeks or something. But it's gorgeous. I think my favorite one from Becca is probably Songbird, and that's what I have on right now. It's more of a natural color. I've noticed that my favorite blush color is either a peach or something like this from Essence, where it's like just like a natural, not too rose, not too pink, just super natural beigey. So the last blush I want to show you is from MAC, and it's called Peaches. I have it here in my palette, and it's this shade right here. This is for sure one of my favorite blushes of all time. I think it looks good with most makeup looks, if not any makeup look. I think it really brightens up my face. It doesn't always look like straight up peach on me, which I think is why I like it, because I feel like it just enhances my natural face. I wonder if I have like some sort of like undertone that this has or something, that it just like really complements each other. But on my face specifically, I think I like it the best. So I think out of all of the blushes, that specific one I like the best. But out of the brands, I would have to say the Essence ones are my favorite formula. They just need more colors. All right, we're moving along. Let's do, this will be pretty quick. The number one eyeliner for me this is super easy, is the Rimmel Nude Scandalized Liner. Hello. This is like the only eyeliner I ever wear in my waterline. I know you guys are probably super sick of it. This is for sure, hands down, my favorite eyeliner ever. This is literally the only thing I ever use in my waterline. I just love that look of a bright, you know, I just like really rounded eyes. I'm not a fan of that like cat eye look on myself personally. Putting this in the waterline and brightening it up really gives that rounded effect. I have other eyeliners that I use that I like or whatever, but this one, and honestly, I've tried this in like other colors like the navy and the brown and the black, and those suck. The nude is where it's at. I buy mine on Amazon because I cannot find them in stores, but they're awesome sauce. I have two mascaras that I use the crap out of this year. Don't know which one I like better, to be honest. So I'm just gonna talk about both of them. The first one is L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Obviously, I've been using this for now, it'll be maybe like a year and a half. Whenever they came out with this, I've been using it ever since they came out with it. I'm obsessed. But Hourglass came out with one this year. It's so expensive, which is kind of annoying, but the packaging is like legit. It's super heavy. This one's really good. It is super different from the L'Oreal one. They definitely perform completely different from the other, but I really love both of them. I actually like pairing them together. With the L'Oreal one, you do not need to get the waterproof one unless you want to wear it like to the beach and go in the water, because when I started using this, I got the waterproof one and I wore it under the water. I even like wiped my eyes and I was fine. My mascara looked identical. If you get the waterproof and you're trying to take your makeup off like in the shower, you know, or like whatever, it's gonna be a bitch and a half to get it off, trust me. So just get the regular if you try that, but I love them both. Had to talk about those. The best brow product for me has been the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I'm in the shade number 3. I've tried a few other brow products this year, but this one for sure has been my all-time favorite. I've tried the Kat Von D one, I've tried Dip Brow, I've tried Brow Wiz. I keep going back to this. Love this. And right now I'm actually using the rose gold packaging one that came with the Bao Mass Brows kit with Desi Perkins. All right, for eyeshadow, I only have one palette to share with you because I feel like 2018 was the year of palettes, and I honestly couldn't even try them all multiple times because people kept coming out with palettes and it was like, so I got out tutorials with the palettes, but I only used like a lot of them just like one time because I was on to the next one trying to get out of tutorial. But anyways, but the one that totally stood out to me that I bring with me when I travel, I am obsessed with. It has kind of replaced my one palette with like all of my favorite shadows. I know. This is the Tarte Maneater palette. I love this. This is the best. It's got all of the almost perfect shadows. The only shadow in here that I don't use is this one, Hypnotic. That's the only one I don't use. If I could pop this out and put in like a dark purple, I'd be good. And I'd also probably take out this one and put in like a taupe, so I could also do cool tones. Then this would be perfect. But honestly, this is awesome. It has the most perfect mirror. It's perfect and compact. It's not gonna break. I love it, and I can get basically this exact look with this palette if I wanted to. This isn't what I used on my eyes today, but I easily could probably. I love this. I think it's a really great selection. I think that the formula is really great. It's really creamy. I haven't tried a lot of Tarte eyeshadows, but I love this one for sure. This is the only one that I've used over and over and over again all year long. So definitely like my go-to palette other than like the one with like all my multiple shadows. All right, moving on to lips, and then we'll end with skincare. So I have a few products here. For sure, by far, the #1 lip product for me, and probably will always be this, is the Dior Lip Glow in pink. This is something that I just like keep in my purse. You put it on your lips and it kind of just like adapts to your lip color. It's gonna look a little bit different on everybody. It's very natural. It's gonna look a little bit different on everybody. It looks like it's gonna be really bright, but like, you see that? It's like super sheer, and on there it looks super, super bright pink because it's up against my really pale skin. But then if I took off this lip color right now and I put this on, it would also actually pick up whatever's on my lips right now because it's going to adapt differently to what's on my lips. And then I'd say like my favorite lipstick this year is very bougie, but this has become my favorite lipstick, and I've been missing it for a couple weeks and I could not find it. I had no idea where it was, and it was hiding in one of my purses. So I found it and I have it on right now. This is the Tom Ford first time lipstick. First off, I love the packaging. I love the black and the gold. I love the weight. It feels very, very luxurious. And this is the color here. It's like a peachy, rosy nude. It goes on and glides on very, very smoothly, and it's a matte, but it feels very creamy. Like it does not dry down to feel like super drying at all whatsoever, which to me is very important. I think that this is something that I could wear on my wedding day. I always think about that because I'm like gonna be getting married within the next couple of years, but I always kind of think about that. I'm like, what am I going to wear? Like, no idea. I think that this might be it because I think it's a good natural color. It's a good nude that has some color to it. But anyways, my second favorite nude lipstick, or lipstick in general, is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's in the color Bitch Perfect. It's very similar to the Tom Ford one, but it's a little bit they look like very much the same. Let me swatch them actually. I'm gonna swatch the Tom Ford on my hand. That's the one that I have on right now. And then I'm gonna swatch the Bitch Perfect. Okay, they're basically the same thing. I think the Bitch Perfect is actually a little bit more pinky, but clearly I have a theme here. This is what this one looks like up close. I love the packaging on this one too. It feels very fancy, and I love gold and rose gold and stuff like that. So, and then the other one that I'd have to say is a standout lip product for me is the Dose of Colors Truffle Liquid Lipstick. This definitely dries more matte than those other ones. This is a liquid lipstick. I'm gonna swatch this one too. It goes on a little bit darker and a little bit more of a beigey nude, but I really love this, and I used it a lot the last few months. And then the standout lip liner for me is from MAC. It's the Oh Honey Pro Longwear Lip Pencil. It's a really good nude. See, it would work for all of these lip colors. What I love about this type of lip liner from MAC is that it's very, very creamy. And a dupe for this is the NYX Nude Suede Shoes Lip Liner, which I would totally include here, but I can't frickin' find it. I think I left it at Ruben's house. I don't know where it is. That one I actually use way more than this, so I should be talking about that one actually, because they're basically the same thing. I love them so much. That one I think goes a little bit more, I don't know. I'd have to see them next to each other, but that's basically the same thing as this. Love them both so much. I'm going to finish with skincare. If I got into all of my favorites for 2018 when it came to skincare, we would be here for an entire other video. If you want to see like my skincare favorites or a skincare routine, please let me know. I'm going to share my top favorites or standout ones because like obviously I'm still loving my cleanser so much and I'm loving my moisturizers, but these are the things that I think you need to know about. These are things I think you will love as well. The first thing hands down has been my It Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armor. This for me, out of everything, is the product of the year for me. I love this so much. This basically, they say it's translucent. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it definitely gives some of a tint. Maybe it shows a tint and then it disappears into nothing. I don't know, because this can work for a variety of shades. I've heard some people with deeper complexions can use this, but I've also heard the flip side. So give it a try. See what you think. They say it's translucent, but I don't know. I've talked about this so many times on my channel. Basically, this is just an SPF. It has SPF of 50. That's why this is in the skincare category. But it just kind of beautifies the skin. It kind of just smooths it out and evens it out. It doesn't give you any crazy coverage at all. Like, I can't even say this gives you coverage because it doesn't cover up anything at all. It just makes you look just refreshed while also giving you that SPF protection. So I'm obsessed with this. I've gone through a couple of them. This is honestly day to day what I wear. Because day to day I pretty much don't wear makeup, but then if I do, I'm gonna pop this on and just do a little bit of concealer and then I'm good to go. And for a lot of the summer, I don't even wear foundation because I'm so oily and I'm outside and why? So I'll just like use this and it's just the best. I love it so much. I think you'll love it too. Try it out. It's definitely like, a lot of people will ask me if it's like the CC cream from It Cosmetics, and I'm actually not a fan of that. That's very thick, very, very thick and heavy to me. So no, it's not like that at all. It's basically just like it's like a sunscreen texture, but yet it doesn't feel greasy like a sunscreen. It's very weird. It's very hard to explain, but You will love this. I think I'm obsessed with it. The next thing that I think is such a huge standout product for me, especially in skincare, but just for the year in general, has been the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. Now, it's funny that this is even in this video because I used to hate this. When I apply this on its own, I feel like a grease ball. It feels weird. I'll just be honest. It's like the weirdest oil. But if you mix it in with your moisturizer, it is the best. And because I have oily skin, adding the oil into my skincare routine will actually help control the oil. I think I've been using this for maybe 3 months into my skincare, and I just love it. It makes my skin feel so good. When I'm wearing makeup, I'll only do like 1 to 2 drops into the moisturizer because I know I'm gonna be wearing makeup and I get oily with makeup, so I don't want like too much oil in there making me super dewy. But if I'm not gonna be wearing makeup, I'll put like the whole dropper in with my moisturizer and my face looks so radiant. And then last but not least, these are my favorite makeup remover wipes. These are the Neutrogena Night Calming Wipes. The ones in the purple package, these ones right here, are the best I've ever tried. I love them so much. The blue ones from Neutrogena actually really burn my eyes. I don't know why, but if you've ever tried those and it didn't work out for you, try these because I can use them over and over again and be fine. This is what I use when I'm super lazy and I don't feel like taking off my makeup. I usually use my Tatcha cleansing oil. I love that. But a lot of times I am super lazy, so I just keep this on the coffee table at Ruben's house. That's where we sit and like watch TV and end the night, and I'll just whip out one of those and take my makeup off right there. So yeah, I love these. They're the best. I'm gonna use one right now and clean off my hand, but I've been using these for years. All right, I think that is everything for this video today. Hope you enjoyed seeing all of my favorite products from the year of 2018. You'll definitely be seeing these a lot in this year as well, but please let me know down below in the comments what products you've been obsessed with all year long, because I need to try out some new good things because I feel like I use this all the time. I feel like you guys are sick of seeing these products. Are you sick of them? Do I need to try something new? Please let me know. I need more drugstore recommendations, especially in the bronzer category. I feel like I only use Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Yeah, please let me know all of your recommendations and favorites down below in the comments. Let me know what videos you want to see from me for 2019. I'm so excited for this year. I feel like so many great things happened last year and I'm just excited for this one. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.